Hope y'all are having a good end to your weekend. Hope you had a good weekend. Let me just turn everything off. I need to like make a button that just turns everything on and off for me. Starting a minute early, I don't care. Hello? It looks like I'm on fire. That's not what I meant to do. Hey Mew. Hey Ultralisk. I got some of my chat issues working at least. I'm just gonna hide back here, is that alright? I'm feeling a little shy right now. It's been kind of a day. By the time you get everything toggled on, it'll be time. Yeah, it is time. You're right. That's how long it took. I'm just gonna stay back here though, because I'm feeling a little camera shy. So, I've been having a, kind of a nice day. I've had a nice weekend. I had my figure skating class today, and I'm getting kind of good at it. But I don't know if I'm going to keep it up. So I've been debating, should I keep figure skating or should I try something new? I've only been doing it for half a year, but I've been turning over this idea in my head of taking voice lessons and maybe swapping one out for the other. I don't know. It's hard to decide, but both of them are expensive, so I'd rather not do both. But it's tricky because I'll think that it's maybe time I should stop skating, hang up the skates, and then I'll have a really good lesson. And I'm just kind of finally getting to know some of the people in my class. So, stand up on that campfire. Oh, it really does look like I'm burning. Look, my feet might be getting a little toasty, but I am not on fire. Actually, is that foot in the fire? No. See, we're all good. Even if I have the but why do my proportions look so weird from this angle? I've got no legs. I mean, I could play around with this, you know. I can get the camera. Maybe this is a little too much FOV. Literally hyperspace. Oh, this is pretty bad. Hello. I could just play with this for a while, to be honest. I haven't played too much with the FOV before. Can I get that? What's that meme where that Megamind has one eye way up close This isn't it. This is not it. This is close. Still kind of startling. Just to be in 3D, this dimension is kind of empty in your head. Quake Pro, yes. This dimension, the third dimension, as far as I'm concerned, it's not really necessary. I feel we could all get along with just 2 dimensions. It really is empty in there. I've got a mouth, but no brain. God, the nose looks huge in this definitely. Like if I toggle on the glasses. I look like a Simpsons character, kind of. Like, I look like a 3D Simpsons character. Like, I got the... It looks like I have the overbite. Oh, the ears are way back there, too. But yeah, I've got a whole bunch of, like, knobs and dials here. I can have no FOV. I can't really tell what's going on in this picture, actually. Oh, there's my eye. I was just zoomed way in on my ear. And then there's what I... This is even this is a bit further than what I usually do. This is like extra flat. But if I wanted to really like mimic a two-dimensional aesthetic, I think this is what I go for. It actually is kind of nice. This looks kind of Live 2D-ish. And this is sort of closer to what I usually go with. I think I usually go with like 20 or 18. Definitely 3D. I think I want to go like 14. I don't know. I'm getting preoccupied. What was I talking about? I can't remember. Ice skating and vocal lessons, because I would love to be able to do like singing on here. And I've never really learned my music theory properly, even though I play piano. So I think I would like to practice a new instrument, being my voice, and learn music theory in time with that at the same time. You have some pictures in Discord for me. What do you mean? Is it time to just clog up my stream with pictures again? I can do that. I have no problem with doing that. I kind of like some... Oh my gosh. Thank you for numbering them. Oops, that's not a picture. Okay, here we go. Nice picture. What character does this remind me of? It's not quite the Megamind meme yet. I like how crusty it is too, how like the background is like all screwed up. I've got so much chin. Okay, I'll probably remove those later, but thank you for getting these gems. These should be my new profile picture, like the bird lady from Jimmy Neutron. Yeah, kind of. Like, I think this should be a new profile picture. Or maybe, I don't know. This one's pretty good too. They're all great. But I would like to write a song and sing it and make the music for it. I have Ableton, so I haven't really figured out how to use it, but I have it. I've got depth of field, chromatic aberration, like if you want to make it look like I'm going fast or if I'm in a dream world or something. Don't really know what the point of it is. Vignetting. I can turn on night vision or blur. I kind of like this effect. I feel like for the right game, like if I deleted my background and then then did this like for Minecraft or something, just to make me blend in a little more with the aesthetic. I don't know, maybe that's stupid. I can become just 2 pixels also. I don't know why the hair is still unblurred, unpixelated. I feel like the algorithm's cutting some corners there. And there's a whole tone mapping and color grading thing, but I don't know how to do it. Like, I'm going down from HDR, so I have this, and I think this looks better using the ACAS tone mapping. Play around with the vibrance and stuff. I can do like make it look like someone holding the camera, or like I'm holding the camera. Very wobbly. Anyway, there's a lot. Hey, Major. Welcome. So, if I were to make a song, what should it be about? Also, let me change the background music. I'm getting tired of this one. What do I have? Is this one even playing? Oh, that's not what I meant to play. That's what I meant. How are you doing, Major? So I prepared some stories to talk about a little here and there. So I'm sure I've shared this one before, but not for a while, I guess. Some of you may know I used to work with a talent agency. I don't know if I've ever shared that. I think I must have. I will not be naming which one, but I do have experience enduring. And so I worked for this agency. There were auditions going on through Twitter, and I auditioned and got the role. I was going to be a VTuber with this talent agency, and it was going pretty well. Like, we had art done. I got to keep my previous model. At the time, I had been VTubing on and off here and there already, and I got to keep everything and keep ownership of my model. We were getting like art made, we were planning our debuts, we were doing a song, and it was going great, honestly. Like, I really, really liked the other talents. I really liked the other team I was working with. The staff team and the agents were so sweet. But there was one guy who, there was one guy, and it just started out small. Like, you know, before I knew I was accepted, I went into a call. I saw that the head of the organization was in a Discord call. So I wanted to, you know, familiarity bias. I wanted the familiarity bias to work in my favor. So I hopped in the call, and they were all talking about Yoko Taro, and they were talking about like what's this, like, there's this funky music artist. Anyway, they were talking about this like old video game music, and I didn't know shit, and I thought they were all really cool because they knew all these deep cuts in gaming, and they just seemed like such cool guys. So, but I just hung out, and I tried talking where I could, and I was so worried I had made a bad impression. But a few days later, I got a call from one of the managers there. This really, really sweet person. And from her language, like, I knew I was accepted. She didn't say it for a few more days, but from the way she spoke to me, like, you know, if she knew I wasn't accepted, she would have stayed super neutral, or I don't know, it was just her tone. I knew it. I knew I was accepted, because there were like 1,000 applicants. There was no way they would be talking to me like this if I wasn't accepted and using the tone they were. But I didn't say anything because, you know, just in case. I just want to keep it professional. And sure enough, a few days later, I found out I'm a talent. And so we spend like 2 months getting ready for our debut. We have art designs done. We already have models, and for whatever reason, they were kind of still cool with me using a Vroid, which, I'm still using one now, of course, but mine then, it was pretty good, but not this good. But they were open to me just using whatever art style I want. They were paying for the art. They weren't paying me yet, but they were paying for the art. And I would be keeping like pretty much all my channel income in this situation. We were planning all these collabs and things that we do together. And I feel like I was the first among the talents to kind of pick up on something. The first thing that happened is the manager I was working with left. My favorite person on the team, quit unexpectedly. And then I found out it wasn't just her, like 2 other people had also quit. And didn't really explain why, just that they had some professional disagreements and went their own way. And now I had experiences before that I knew to take that as like a serious warning sign. I don't think the other talents had that sense, but I knew, like, people are leaving, something's wrong. I need to find out what bullets do I need to dodge here? Something is wrong. Maybe it's something temporary, maybe they were the problem. So I start digging a little bit, and I like reached out to them in a DM, and they didn't really want to talk about it. But I probably could have. It probably would have been considerate of me to leave it there. But I reached out to a different person, and they were more than happy to spill the beans. Obviously, I'm not going to say who or even what agency this was. But basically, they were upset because the person that I liked, it turned out, had been basically doing the entire job of everything at the agency herself. She had been coordinating the art, coordinating the debuts, figuring out who the talents were. And that was... So I knew there was some kind of drama, but I didn't really know what the drama was. I didn't know which person in leadership was the problem. I didn't know yet who and how much trouble they were going to be. And so I was worried, and I stopped getting my hopes up after that point, but I stuck it out for a little bit. I relayed my findings to the other talents, and they decided to wait and see. And then the next thing happened, which was I looked at the Twitter of our agency, and I realized we were using a program. It was called like Tweepy or something. And basically, the company Twitter account, in order to gain traction, was basically doing follow for follow on Twitter, which means they were using this app to figure out who to follow based on their likelihood of following back. So that's why our agency had some followers, because they were like using these tools to figure out how to grow. But it wasn't organic. It was just that. And plus, it was a whole bunch of other VTubers who followed because they wanted to be the talents. So I reached out to the manager and was like, so pretty much our entire strategy so far to gain followers has been our own audition process. What are we doing going forward? What are we doing differently? And they didn't really give me an answer, but they said more or less, don't worry about it. They have a plan. So, okay, benefit of the doubt. I'm the kind of person who gives benefit of the doubt. And, but, I kept looking at the Twitter just to see if anything would change. And sure enough, I did notice something would change. Like, I checked what the Twitter was liking, what the company Twitter account was liking. And I was kind of surprised. I was surprised not just at what it was doing, but the level of incompetence with which it was doing it. So whoever was running our company Twitter after the manager who I like left, whoever started running it, started liking like thirst trap images. Started liking like VTubers posting like erotic art. It's like super unprofessional. So I brought that to the other talents, and somehow I think we overlooked that too. We decided, that's really strange. Maybe someone made a mistake. Maybe they're on the wrong account. So we we found out it was the owner of the agency who was running the Twitter. So we just let him know that, hey, we think you should be using your personal account. Oh my gosh, what was it that actually? Oh, we had like another wave of quitting. A bunch more people quit and basically blamed the head of the organization for being an asshole. And at this point, I kind of lost all faith, and I decided I would quit too. But I had seen all the other people had quit very quietly. Like they had just kind of vanished. And I was realizing that the head of the agency was like deleting their posts when they left. So, or like disconnecting them from the Discord so they couldn't post the reasons why they left. And so, you know, I had enough bad experiences before then to know that it was time for me to leave. So I was the first talent to resign from that. And the way I did that is I made I made it public immediately. I resigned via, well, not public, but like within the staff team, because it wasn't public that I had even been accepted yet. So I resigned from the staff team, resigned as talent, notifying all the staff in like the staff channel, because I was so certain that if I didn't, he would just alter the narrative. And like I explained my concerns in there, and sure enough, the owner DMs me like 5 seconds later, and he's like, "Hey, I would have loved it if you had like talked to me first." I was like, "Yeah, I'm sorry." And he was very polite in that given moment. So I leave. I talk to the other talents, let them know, and they say they're gonna try to stick it out because they really have nothing to lose. They can always leave later. Made sense, sure. I may have mildly judged them for that, but what can you do? I'm not the boss. So I did that, but now you're fully invested. I'm talking about when I was a talent at a VTuber agency, but the agency had drama. So I left, and they stayed, and like 3 days later, this huge scandal came out. And it turned out that the auditions had never been fair. Like, they did not even watch everybody's auditions. Granted, there were 1,000 applicants, and I don't know how they possibly could have. But they had basically just chosen people that the owner liked. So, you know what? I think me joining that Discord call, I think that's why I was accepted. And someone like anonymously leaks that the selection had all been done falsely, and they send proof of Discord logs and everything. It's all anonymous. And there's this huge backlash on Twitter. And immediately 2 of the other talents leave. But they're still, for whatever reason, planning to debut with only like 3 talents. No, you know what? They had like replaced us instantly. That's what had happened. They had like immediately like called up like their next choice from the audition. But the scandal kind of goes viral. Yeah, anonymous. I mean, I kind of knew who it was, but it was like, I didn't know 100%, but I was like 90% sure I knew who had leaked it. And I had nothing against them for it. And then that wraps up. So it seems for a few days that they're still gonna go ahead with debuting anyway, despite everything. And everything it seems like everything's returning back to normal. Like they're just gonna go ahead and they're just pushing through. And I don't know what happened, what changed it, but the owner like cancels everything via Twitter. No, via Twitlonger. A very long Twitter message that gets like all these. It was so funny. All these other reaction VTubers like did dramatic readings of it, of his angry letter, talking about how like he did everything for the community, he did everything for the VTubers, and no one supported him, no one understood. Total BS, but he like all those poor talents, all the poor talents and poor agents, they all got fired over Twitter. Oh my gosh, was my like VTuber agency run by Donald Trump? Could have been. I never actually met the guy in person. He didn't. I don't think Trump would know his game lore though. He wouldn't know his like video game music. Anyway, I was not thinking I'd be talking about that for so long. So more of the story is agencies were always bad. And so like whenever I see agency drama come up nowadays, it seems like there's no good agency. Like, it's the one that Rin is part of, Idol. I think that last I heard they were okay. Fingers crossed that nothing comes up about them. Are they even still around? Let me look them up. Is Idol or EN even still around? They were purchased, I think. They were purchased a year ago by Brave Group. Yikes. Big finance coming for your VTubers. Hedge funds. Anyway, welcome Wayne Habibi. Is that like a Hasanabi reference? I like Hasanabi. I like Hassan. Anyway, welcome. Never really thought I'd be talking about politics on here, but why not? I have feelings. I have feelings about political stuff. I'm willing to alienate some people. Oh, you were just when you were learning Arabic. Okay. I'd like to learn. I like to learn a little. That's one of the languages I don't even know a single word in. There aren't many languages that I don't know absolutely nothing about, but that's one of them. Fine. I won't talk about politics too much, but I don't want to like pretend they don't exist either, because that's just not authentic. Where is my love? In the feminine. Huh. I'll have to look it up because I'm kind of curious. I watch him sometimes, so I want to find out where his nicknames come from as well. Shoot, I had some other. There was something else I wanted to share this stream. I wanted to share the recommendations. These are the things that YouTube says I should produce. So let me I'll just pull up the images. I posted these on Discord. I'll just pull them up. These are the things that YouTube says that I should make. Because YouTube has this like inspiration tab. Gosh, where did I post it? What channel did I post it in? Here it is. And I thought some of these were pretty hilarious. Some of them are like frighteningly good too. Thank you for following, Wayne Habibi. Tell me if I'm not pronouncing that right. I want to pronounce everyone's name correctly and remember as many as I can. Okay, here we go. So, YouTube says I should make baby hippo affirmations. I don't know where it gets that from, but like this came up like just a couple days ago. YouTube says I need to make baby hippo affirmations. I got it right? Okay. Thank you. Virtual personal stylist consult. I don't think I'd be a very good stylist. Like, okay, I grew up in a very fashionable school. I went to a very fashionable high school. And so I'm very good at dressing for like 60 degrees and less, like 40 to 60 degrees. I can dress really well. Hotter or colder, I have no experience. Should totally lean into the baby hippos. Maybe. Maybe I should. I almost don't want to just because it was AI suggested, but like, maybe it's onto something, right? and here's another one, another incredible idea. Cheating on lore with wet sounds ASMR. A unique auditory experience. The fresh take on ASMR themes. I feel like the reason it couldn't generate that thumbnail is probably because it violated its own TOS. Right, the wet sounds. Here, I've got some water. I can make some water sounds. Somehow, I don't think that's what it's referring to. Isn't there like a viral like commercial though that was like water bottles that were like cheating with fruit? There was like a water bottle guy and woman, and the woman cheated with like some fruit to make like fruit water kids, and the ad was for the fruit water. So like, I don't know. I don't know if that's the way you promote your product, but what do I know? I'm not in marketing. First anime watch party. That's kind of normal. I think it was like an Australian advertisement commercial. Let me see if I can find it. I don't know if I can just play it on stream, but maybe I can. Water bottle cheating commercial. Oh well. Okay. So yeah, this is what I'm thinking of. Wait, I forget how this came up.
Water's had a fruity fling.
Why am I talking about this?
An exciting.
Yeah, that's a commercial. What was I talking about that led to that coming up? Wet sounds. Oh yeah, I was shaking a water bottle. Yeah, AI recommendations. Tracing objects on a textured map. That's kind of boring. Sure, why not? And I've got more images. I've got more like AI suggestions. Terrible ones. I forget which channel I was looking at. Here it is. I've got more hippo content. That's what's important. More hippo recommendations. Is it normally just chatting? I usually do like ASMR and chatting and sometimes like Minecraft, and I've been to marble games lately. I've been playing Marble It Up. But yeah, more hippo stuff. But yeah, it's usually AI stuff. That's why that's what's used. I mean, usually ASMR stuff. That's why that's what's being suggested. I don't really... Oh, here's... there's more. Teasing you with another girl to stir up jealousy in the viewer. Oh yeah, last time I played the marble game, I spent an hour and a half on a single map trying to get a collectible ball skin. So yeah, YouTube wants me to make the viewers jealous with cheating. More wet sounds. Fruity new flavor. Guess my creative video idea source. Like, wouldn't that be so funny if you made that video and it was just like AI? Guess how I got my ideas. Oh, AI. That's how. You're drunk. Ball skin is a terrible way to frame that. Min-maxing Stardew. I've played Stardew like once. I'd be open to trying it again, but I don't know. My focus. I don't know if it's... I'm not ADHD, but like, I don't think I can... It's just... I need something that like flashes in my face a little more. Like, that's probably a bad way to phrase that too. Maybe I could. I just have to learn to calm down a bit. Boyfriend helps you study. Sure, that's not too unlike stuff I've made before. And Dr. Boyfriend. Vampire Survivor. I haven't played that either. I'd been trying it though. So I like that it's like not boyfriend, but Dr. Boyfriend. Also, look in that picture. Look how many hands that doctor has. I didn't notice that till just now. And look how he's like holding those scissors too. Mod only Stardew World. Here's a terrible desk layout with the hey Tams, welcome. Terrible desk layout with the computer blocked behind the mug with pencils. All the better to feel. Yeah, these images are not great. Look, here's another person with 3 hands. She's got, they both have, well, she's got 3 hands, she's got 2 hands, and I like how there's like a third person behind on the right with another hand. And like, what even are these objects? Anyway. That's what YouTube says I should be doing. And maybe it's right. Is it right? No classic Stardew, but you play with others to do what they want. Should I do it to indulge my mods? Should I play Stardew just for them? Do I have any more screenshots? Oh, I've got another hippo one. If you... Oh, whoops. I didn't save that correctly. Caring for lore, hippo edition. This is what hippo lore looks like, by the way. I like how it like kind of tried to add text to the thumbnail. And what are all these like hippo care devices? Only play if you want to. I like how Tam says only play if you want to. Ren is just saying please. Okay. Should I generate some new ones now? I can generate a new... See, because like it changes day to day what it thinks I should make. So I can generate some new ones. I just have to go to analytics, content, inspiration, and it immediately generates some new stuff. Oh, here's another thing that's been coming up lately. Here, save the screenshot, open my folder. Hippo lure looks like a lot like hippo natural. I prefer my natural hippos, to be honest. Mew is saying yes to Stardew, but also realizes he too will get bored easily. Yeah. Okay, these just generated now. Fresh ideas. Boyfriend helps you choose a bedtime story. I like how it's not even reading you a bedtime story, it's just helping you decide what bedtime story to read. That's kind of relatable, like it's Netflix and browse. So, random objects, you know, it's okay. More Dr. Boyfriend. Basically the same as before. But here's the thing that I've been... Oh, ASMR Cheater's Confession. I watched other ASMR artists. I think I've done that already, actually. But here's the thing. The swamp brained... I have not been able to figure out what swamp brain means. But maybe it's like wet sounds. Because like swamps are wet. Stretch? Okay, here I'll stretch. I don't know why I'm so cracky. Oh my gosh, that was a lot. Maybe it's wet hot because like swamps are humid. Yeah, maybe YouTube is finding a way of like bypassing its own TOS. The AI has a mind of its own, huh? But like every time I reload this, I get more. In fact, if you have suggestions, I can like input ideas too. Oh, gutter brain, there's another one. But yeah, that's the garbage that I get. Back cracking ASMR. Like, imagine like I just record cracking my back every day, and then I like edit it and mix it together into like back cracking ASMR. Like those chiropractor videos. I'm not even gonna get into chiropractors right now because I know we have some differing takes here on those. But thank you, Ren, for the posture check. Some of these ideas are fine. Oh, you know what? What if I put in like a lot of them are like it just generated an idea where I could like get listener confessions, and I kind of like that one. You want to see one at some point? That's gonna be so much work. I'm not gonna remember to do all that. I'm trying to get it to generate like a funny collab idea, like a terrible one. Like, what if I just put bad ideas? Enter your topic, bad video ideas. Yeah. Doesn't work. You want to see a chiropractor at least once? I'd be kind of curious too, actually. I don't really like them, but like, I've had some bad personal experiences with them, making up BS and then charging my family members over stuff they just made up, and it didn't work, and then they had to go to like an actual spine doctor. So I've had some bad experiences with chiropractors, but I know a lot of people stand by them. So, you know, as long as you're getting the treatment you need, I guess. I don't know. I don't know. Hobble out of bed every morning, turn on your PC, boot up the recording software, and then crack my back. That'd be quite a vlog for my morning routine. Like, hey everyone, check out my morning routine. Every morning I get out of bed, go to my computer, and crack. Which is medicining. Only valid use of ChatGPT is specifically generating bad ASMR ideas. Well, I'm just using the YouTube generator, but what is there a valid use for ChatGPT? You know what? Like arguing with people online. Like, if you really, I haven't done this before, but I was thinking, like, next time I get into like a fight with someone online, I don't really use social media too much, so it's hard to imagine, but next time I get into a fight with someone online, I'm just gonna like copy and paste whatever they say into ChatGPT and have it fight them for me. Because like, why should I bother with that BS? I want to have the last word, but like, I also don't want to give them the time of day, so I can do both. Just let AI argue with them, and it can like respond instantly all day long. Too worried to let someone mess with your spine. I agree. I mean, I kind of like feel like the odds of me getting seriously injured on my first go are pretty low, but I don't really like it. Some people get like particularly squeamish about like when they crank your neck. Like, oh yikes, that was good. That was good. And I don't get that. Like, I'll let them crack my neck. If I die, I die. If you do AI for too long, you become dependent and can't argue. You're right. I can't do it too much. I have to practice fighting with people online every now and then, so I don't become too dependent on like AI. You wish that was around when you left your last friend group. You just have them fight with AI. Yeah. That's what it really should be for. You know, if like international actors are going to use AI to like affect global politics on social media, I can at least use it to win an argument, right? Is mayonnaise an instrument? Only one way to find out. Have you tried playing it? I bet you could make an instrument. You know what? I bet somebody has. Making a mayonnaise instrument. Sorry about the siren. and my terrible howling. That was like particularly voice cracky. Get AI to be the other person in practice. I can fight AI. I mean, the other person could be AI too. Like, there's no way to really know whether, like, I'm also fighting an AI. Like, are we, like, how much of the internet do you think is AI by now? 50%? I bet like 60 or 70% of the internet is AI generated by now. At least the images. Images, it's probably even more than that. Images, it's probably like 90%. Pinterest, yeah. Booth. Like, I still have my background media loaded here. Like, this image that I bought on Booth and then found out was AI. That still pisses me off. And, like, this music, at least, I don't think it's AI. Like, they said it wasn't. It sounds a bit too coherent to be AI, so I hope. And at some point, we just won't be able to tell anymore, right? By the way, let me just change the track. I thought about like making like a web store and selling stuff. Like, I thought for a long time, I've thought on and off about starting my own fashion brand, because like it's so easy to do nowadays, and I feel like I could get some traction if I really tried. But I also feel like whenever I see a tutorial, it's just AI generated garbage. You just looked at my background now, glamping, yep. It's not a background, by the way. I'm actually here, like... This is like a full set. I could install software and then I'd be able to walk around it. I don't know why, but my ear is itchy. Like, my earlobe. Is that normal? I guess there's no way that's normal. By the way, I could not find a mayonnaise instrument. The bookshelf. Yeah, that image back there. Yeah, the books are screwed up. The clock is screwed up. Like, the lamp doesn't make sense. Someone DM'd me, actually. One of my friends DM'd me and was like, hey, I liked your stream, but can you? I just wanted to check. Do you know if this image is? It's like, yes, I know. I hate it too. They were like, my friend was like ready to cancel me if I said otherwise. I was ready for it. But yeah, cozy set. I've got a ton of sets. Can look into the fire for a while. The fire surprisingly looks pretty good for what it is. Although I think it's just like, actually I think it's just particle effects. I think it's just like a gif of a flame being played repeatedly. Like multiple gifs of flames. Oh well. Hey, it's good enough. And the bloom and the lighting, the other effects they have going, it sells it. It ties the fire together. Hang on, let me make some water noise. Wet sounds. Whenever I drink water, I might just say like, hey, I have to make some wet sounds. I want to make it so when it loses tracking, it doesn't do this. I'd rather have it just freeze in whatever pose it is. And I think that'd be funny too, because I think sometimes it'll be a funny pose. haven't been camping in like 8 or 9 years. I would love to go again. Like, some people go kind of crazy without phone service, but not me. I like it. I mean, like, I certainly miss people online, but I can do it. I know I can. Anyway, I'd like to go camping, but I also don't like bugs, and I wouldn't want to camp anywhere where there are ticks. So I guess there are ticks everywhere, but they're like less in the west than in the east. So maybe I could go to Yosemite or something. That'd be a lot of fun. Or Tahoe. Tents and such, yeah. I did that once. Oh, when I was little. One time when I was little, for my birthday, we set up a tent in the backyard. We had a huge tent. It pretty much took up our entire backyard, but we made do. And we all camped out overnight. And we woke up like super early because like a bunch of water got in somehow. There was like a big puddle of water filling up like one side of the tent. So gross. And that was the last time I ever did that. But it was fun. Like, there are a bunch of childhood birthday things though that I would like to do again. Like, now that I'm an adult, I don't care. I'll still do them. Like, personal pizzas. Like, roll out some pizza dough, put out some toppings, everyone makes their own pizza. Isn't that just such a good thing to do? Or, you know, I'm from California, so we did the same thing, but we did taco bars, we did burrito bars, like any do-it-yourself, and then everyone can have what they want. That's how it should be. It's always a hit. At my last job, we also had like Taco Tuesdays sometimes, and we set out a taco bar. Like, adults love this stuff. Like, I was always thinking, like, you know how kids have like these playgrounds and they'll have like net things to climb? Adults would love that shit. Adults should do that too. I think we need like a play structure for adults. I guess that's just rock climbing gyms. But they get kind of competitive. Like, can't we do like hide and seek in like a castle or something? I think so. Maybe that one's a bit too much, actually. But I just want to climb shit, you know? I hate that, like, if I'm out in public and I start climbing stuff, like, you can't do that anymore. I want to go back. Or, like, every now and then you'll see, like, a viral news article, like, every 2 years, I think, of someone who climbed up the side of a skyscraper. And, like, every time I see an article like that, I wonder, like, could I do that? If I really wanted to, could I? Like, maybe not like a glass skyscraper, but like, I bet I could make it up a couple floors on a brick building. Escape rooms. I've never done one. I'd love to. Mew. Mew, you're digging yourself into a hole there. I would love to do an escape room, but they're always so expensive. So, like, if I found a really cheap one. You're always in a hole. Huh. Is that so? I think Mew... Wait, was that genuinely a mistake? Did you not mean to say it like that? Was that second one genuinely a mistake? Sorry, kids, the mods are talking. Okay, let the mods go do their thing. Having Oh, it's just a conversation, sweetie. Pretty loud conversation. Sorry, I rewatched The Incredibles recently. Anyway. I've realized I've had some, I have some vocal tics that go in and out. The latest one I've been saying, so, whenever I move on. But previously I would just say anyway, all the time. Ren, you came here just to see what Mew said. It was all well-meaning. As usual. It's always well-meaning. It's just... trying to figure out how to say this. No, I can't. Sorry. Maybe it's not. It's just suggestively well-meaning. Does that make any sense? It's well-meaning, it's just suggestive. It's well-meaning but dirty. Well. Ignore my wet noises. Well, I've shared all the stories I had planned. I would like to schedule some other kind of viewer, some more interactive stream idea. But there was this one idea that the AI generated, and I think you have a problem with the tacos and burritos from the US? Where do you usually... what kind of burritos do you get? Where do you get burritos from and tacos? I mean, they're not authentic, of course they're not, but they're still delicious. But pot stickers are not authentic. Fortune cookies, those are from the US. What is it, tikkim sauce is from Scotland, not India. Or is it the certain Indian dishes are actually from Scotland? They're nothing... well, yeah. I don't know which country you're coming from, but yeah, I imagine they'll be very different. The US has most of the burritos in the US are from California or from Tex-Mex. And so you've got 3 styles of burrito. You've got in the US, you've got the Tex-Mex burrito. You've got the California style burrito, and by California, that means San Diego style. And then you've got the Mission style, which is from San Francisco. And the Mission style is what Chipotle attempts to copy and fails. The California style is the one with French fries. And Tex-Mex is the Tex-Mex style. And then there's Los Angeles style, which is sort of a fusion of all 3. But a lot of food is not where, or has changed a lot. I know there's this story of this guy from China who lived in the US for a few years, then went back to Shanghai and opened a American style Chinese restaurant with General Tso's chicken and pot stickers and what's something else? Anyway, it's a huge hit. They love a lot of people love the American version of the Chinese food, even in China. So, it's so different, but it's delicious. But I love all the California style burritos. I love the ones with French fries. I love the San Francisco style. I love the LA style. The Texas style, I haven't eaten those too much, but I like them. It's just, Texas, sometimes in Tex-Mex food will have this weird blended cheese in it that they just call queso. but it's like a blend of a whole bunch of different cheeses. It's like this cheese sauce. And even though queso is just Spanish for cheese, they call it queso. And like, I haven't exactly figured out what's so great about that yet. I don't dislike it, but it's just, I don't know. It seems like every place has their own recipe and they seem to be proud of it. But I don't know. That part I still have, I'm not confident about that yet. But I'm probably not going to be going to Texas very often, if at all, because at least around Austin. I've been to Austin twice, and some of the towns around Austin. And my allergies there are deadly. Like, I genuinely struggle to breathe. I don't know if it would be all of Texas, but when I've been to Austin, I had to seriously medicate in order to breathe comfortably. And even then, it wasn't really, I wouldn't say it was comfortable. So I don't know. Like, I don't know any other place where I get that. But it's just the pollen in Texas is so intense. Like, I remember seeing a video of a tree falling over there and like pollen exploding out of it. Like this cloud of yellow. Anyway, clearly, so what kind of burritos should I try? Burritos and tacos. I mean, you don't have to share what you tried. The tacos that have the golden tortilla, which as a Mexican offended you. Golden tortilla? Oh, okay, I get it. I had to think about that for a second, but yeah, I always forget like the golden corn tortillas. I know what you're talking about. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I kind of agree with you. Like, yeah, they're the more authentic tortillas are definitely way better, more flavor, and like the golden ones just have kind of a weird flavor, I think. Ultra, one sec. You don't know what kind of tacos that is. Yeah, like I haven't found good tacos on the East Coast yet. I have found good burritos here, but they're so different from anything I know in California, and I miss the ones from California so badly. Like, I'm just gonna have to go shopping and buy my own, make my own beans and stuff, and make my own burritos. Have I watched K-pop Demon Hunters? No. I know what you're talking about. It's like this boy band. Is it a boy band that like hunts demons? You know, I've never gotten into K-pop at all, but that's because people keep suggesting boy bands and I'm just not into boy bands. That's the thing. I've never been into like One Direction. Watch it right now. Here, I'll look it up. Is it Netflix though? Because I don't have Netflix. Okay. Yep. It's a girl group that hunts demons. Okay. It is Netflix. Okay, well, I have to end stream and go watch it now. Okay, bye. Kidding. Actually, I might still be logged into someone's Netflix account that I was sharing with, but their password sharing is so jank. They want to charge you to share passwords. Like, what? I don't approve. Oh, I spilled a little water down my shirt. It was worth it? I'll leave the tab open, but I don't know. You know what show is blowing me away lately is, I've talked about this before, but I'm watching the anime To Be Hero X. And, oh my gosh, the animation is so good, and the story. It's got all these, like, different storylines. Like, every few episodes at the beginning, it changes characters and follows a different group. But the latest episodes, all these threads are actually like kind of coming together, and it's so awesome. And the animation is so top notch. It's so good. It's your top album. Here, I'll look it up. Well, I'll listen to the music. Wow, it's 97 on Rotten Tomatoes. Okay, well, I might find a legitimate streaming site to watch that on. Maybe Netflix. But Netflix is so expensive. And I don't have too much time to watch stuff. Yeah, I you know, it's like that, totally legit, like, that, I've been saying that ever since I watched, like, someone play through GTA 5. Throwback to Netflix, when Netflix was it wasn't $9.99. Why can't I figure out that was a price? I was like 9.99. Are you talking about when Netflix actually had star ratings or like points so you could see what people thought of it? Thought of a show? Yeah, I don't understand who is paying for Netflix so much. Anyway, no, the reason I've mentioned GTA 5 is that's how Trevor describes like this mobster who shows up at Michael's house. He calls him a legitimate businessman who was wrongfully accused and whose witnesses have gone missing. So, you know, but, you know, I don't encourage any illegitimate behavior on here. I recommend doing whatever method will make sure that the artist gets paid, Your Honor, officer. I don't advocate it for it, even if from a moral standpoint, I think it might be the right thing to do. I don't advocate for it. I do not encourage it. Don't do it. Don't engage in legitimate business. I still have tacos on my mind though, sorry. Give me a second. I really want tacos. Oh my gosh. Oh, I just realized I moved, like since I moved a week ago, I have a much easier access to this taco place I like. There's this really old Mexican market. It's like a grocery store inside, but the guy behind the counter also has a little kitchen. And they've got like cow tongue and all this like interesting stuff. And then there's like always a bunch of dudes sitting at a picnic table inside watching soccer games. I really like this place, and it's the only good burrito I've had since I moved. It's not like any of the burritos I've had before, but the meat in it is just so well prepared, so well cooked, and it's so delicious. My one complaint is the guy, I swear he was heating up tortillas in a microwave. And that ruins the gluten. You can't microwave wheat because it messes up the gluten or something. It like messes up the texture. But it was still so delicious. I'm definitely going back. Anyway. You are not a big fan of tacos. What part of it don't you like? Because like everybody I've talked to who is not a fan of tacos just had bad tacos. Like had ones where the meat wasn't enough, or wasn't very good, or wasn't prepared or seasoned very well. Because like, you know, it's like saying you don't like sandwiches. I mean, sure, you might not like bread, but like it's all about what you put in it. But like a taco is just stuff on a tortilla, right? Used to make toast in your microwave. You made toast in your microwave? That doesn't toast. That just makes sog. That's just hot, soggy bread. Brrr. The look. Yeah, I'm sorry, I had to give you the look for that one. Okay, I'm getting kind of sleepy. I think I'm gonna call it a night. I do want to try to do a bit more streaming this coming week. I want to put like, I want to do more streams and I want them to be longer. So we'll see tomorrow if that actually happens, but I'd like to. And it's kind of loud during the day, so that probably won't mean ASMR unless I do 2 streams in one day. But I don't know. I don't know how it'll all work. Anyway, if y'all haven't, join my Discord, because that's where I announce my streams, and where I ping you, and where I hang out in calls every now and then. Anyway, yep, that's it for tonight. I hope y'all have a good night. And please, if you're new here, then, well, you know the drill. I'll see you later. Have a good night. I don't know what else to say. Goodbyes are so awkward. How do you make toast in a microwave? You don't. It does not make toast. It just makes sloppy bread. It's hot slop. I mean, you can try. It won't work. Don't even try. Good night. So are you? You're calling me a hot slob. I'm not slop.